We are in the home stretch. The general election is exactly 1 week from today, and we have a new WRAL News poll out that shows the presidential race is a dead heat in North Carolina. Former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris are tied at 47%. WRAL Capitol Bureau Chief Laura Leslie is live at the early voting site over at Chavis Park with how those numbers break down. Hi, Laura.
Hey, Renee. You know, overall, of course, the tie is overall. But when you drill down into the data, what you see is a deeply divided electorate. Just about every demographic group has a clear preference for either one candidate or the other. Gender is a big divide in this race. Men prefer Trump over Harris by 6 points, 50 to 44. Women prefer Harris by 7, 50 for Harris, 43 for Trump. That adds up to a 13-point gender gap, which is pretty significant. The racial groups are even more polarized. Trump leads among white voters by nearly 2 to 1, 62 to 33% for Harris, while black voters prefer Harris by 4 to 1, with 82% for Harris and 13% for Trump. Harris's support among black women is stronger than her support among black men. A Western Carolina political scientist Chris Cooper says at this point, candidates really have to focus on turning out their voters.
To me, what this poll says is the persuasion game is over. Everybody's made up their mind. It is about mobilization 100% at this point. It's about getting your voters out off the couch and to the ballot box.
We can also see deep divisions by geography, with Harris leading by 2 to 1 among urban voters and Trump leading by a similar margin among rural voters. Harris does have a statistically significant advantage in our poll among suburban voters, which is mostly driven by women. Both Trump and Harris are planning events tomorrow in the area, aiming to motivate their voters to get out and bank their votes early. The state has already set early voting turnout records so far, and it's only expected to get busier as the week goes on. Laura Leslie, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
And you can go to WRAL.com right now to see our complete article on the poll results and the race to win North Carolina. Plus, tonight at 6, Capitol Bureau Chief Laura Leslie will dig deeper into those numbers. She'll also report which block of voters could ultimately decide whether Trump or Harris wins North Carolina. Today's the last day you can request an absentee ballot as well. If you're voting by mail, experts say you should get that ballot sent out today. The Postal Service says you should allow for a week for your ballot to make it through the mail. If you're worried your ballot won't make it on time, you can hand deliver it to an early voting site in your county.